Chapter 534. Huge Battle, 4 Quarters. "We are here, big brother," Ouyang Bisang and Mo Kwang shouted at the same time. "Let them see the true strength of us 3 brothers," Liu Wenwu shouted, and without slowing down, directly smashed into Mo Kwang and Ouyang Bisang. The two laughed loudly, their body giving off green and gray light. Green, gray, and white. 3 lights collided. Boom, light dispersed, and on the spot appeared a human-shaped monster. This monster had 3 heads and 6 arms. It was 20 feet tall, with tight muscles and bronze skin. The 3 heads had the appearance of Liu Wenwu, Ouyang Bisang, and Mo Kwang. Countless people looked on with wide eyes at this freakish scene. "I will let you guys know, this is our 3 brothers' killer move, 3 heads, 6 arms. Are you trembling in fear? Let out all your dread. This will be the last moment of your lives," the 3 heads spoke in unison. "Shameless boasting," Gao Yang snorted, activating his treacherous cloud wave goo. A gray cloud shot towards the 3 heads, 6 arms giant, but before it even reached its target, Liu Wenwu's eyes shot 2 light beams that pierced through the cloud. Boom! With a sonic boom, the 3 heads, 6 arms suddenly appeared above Gao Yang. So fast, Gao Yang's pupils shrunk, and from the battle experiences he had cultivated over a long period of time, he quickly activated his defense goo. The monster waved its 2 arms. One arm pierced through the light barrier, while another arm smashed Gao Yang's head like it smashed a watermelon. Next moment, Gao Yang's headless corpse fell down from the sky. "Brother!" Rage attacked Zhu Zai's heart and made him lose all reasoning, as he ferociously charged towards the monster. "Mwahaha, the lamentation of ants!" Mo Kwang's head laughed loudly and lightly flicked his finger towards Zhu Zai. Boom! Chi flow exploded and moved straight through the battlefield with formidable impact force, inflicting injuries for several thousands of steps. Zhu Zai directly exploded from the attack, his blood and crushed bones flying in all directions. The Gu Masters who suffered the after effects of the attack were all injured heavily. This power, it has increased by at least 6 times, and the speed has increased by 9 times at least. This 3-people combination, is it combining Asura transformation, the attacking force of Chi Path, and the effects of Light Path? Fang Yuan had an intense urge to battle when he looked at this scene. "I have all-out effort Gu, and by adding in rank 5 Amplify Effect Gu, I can burst out with 500 Jun of strength. I wonder who would win if I fight with this monster." But in the next moment, Fang Yuan suppressed his battle intent and flew down, again hiding among the mutated beast group. Man as before Gu. At this moment, 2 silver lights shone down. Zhu Zai and Gao Yang resurrected again, restored to their previous state. Old geezer! The monster's 6 eyes were filled with icy glint, killing intent and battle intent, simultaneously charging towards Taibai Yun Shan. Taibai Yun Shan panikedly retreated. Although he had man as before Gu, he could only use it on others and could not use it on himself. "All those that are free, protect Taibai Yun Shan." He Lulan hurried to reinforce while shouting to his army, realizing the crux of the battle. "Who can stop me?" Ouyang Bisang's head loftily smiled. Next instant, the monster turned into a ray of green light that shot towards Taibai Yun Shan like lightning. Taibai Yun Shan was hiding behind others, but no one was able to block the monster as it charged straight, sweeping everything on its path. Anyone that dared to block it, be it Gu Masters or beasts, would become pools of crushed flesh and bones. "Benefactor, leave quickly!" Gao Yang and Zhu Zai rushed over, guarding Taibai Yun Shan behind them. "Cumbersome things!" The monster waved its 6 arms so quick that one could only see their afterimage. A thump, thump, Zhu Zai and Gao Yang were smashed again. "Take my soul blade, Gu!" Pan Ping hurried over and activated Single Blade Gu. Soul Blade Gu successfully activated this time, and the monster's huge body slightly shook, a shallow wound appearing on its chest. "A little interesting." The monster laughed coldly. The wound had completely recovered by the time he finished laughing. Afterwards, the monster let out a breath of turbid air. The turbid air detonated and exploded Pan Ping into pieces. Taibai Yun Shan, where are you going? The monster howled with laughter, the voices of the three heads gradually becoming one. Taibai Yun Shan had not moved very far when the monster intercepted in front of him. Swoosh! Waterfall flowed in a torrent, and Haoji Liu came riding it. The monster pushed forward with all 6 hands and collapsed the water torrent. Haoji Liu screamed miserably and flew backwards in a faster speed than he came. Seeing this scene, Bian Sichuan, who was charging forward, immediately stopped, not daring to go forward. Dark Vortex! He Lu Lan sped down from the sky, and the giant black sphere that was as large as a hill pressed down. The monster roared, its 6 hands forming into a claw shape and slashing towards a distant black sphere. Killer move. World-devouring chi. The air became as thick as a wall and solid as a mountain. He Lu Lan's face turned red and purple, but he was not able to continue forward. Following after, air from all around surged and unexpectedly swallowed his killer move. The killer move, which Mo Shi Kuang could not carry out completely, was suddenly perfected in the monster's hand. Ito howl! The mutated wolf group rushed over while He Lu Lan delayed the monster. In an instant, the mutated wolf group had surrounded the monster tightly. A bloody battle broke out. The mutated wolves, which had a strength of rank 4 Gu Masters, fearlessly initiated a death charge at the monster. Kill, kill, kill! The monster growled repeatedly as it turned into a berserk state and started fighting the mutated wolves. His every movement carried his full power. Light path, chi path, and transformation path. Gu worms jointly attacked with deep tacit cooperation, as if the monster was a cultivator cultivating 3 paths. The mutated wolves died one after another, but the monster's offensive was still as fierce as before. Lord Alliance Leader, let me lend you a hand. At this moment, a Lu tribe Gu Master hurried over to assist. But in the next moment, he was smashed apart alive by the monster which had lost its reason. Lord Liu Wenwu has lost his mind. He has become mad. The battlefield was in an uproar, and Lu tribe army's morale fell down sharply. My tribe has suffered tremendous losses. We have lost 1/3 of our Gu Masters. It is time to retreat. How can such an alliance leader be worth us giving up our lives? Let's discuss after we retreat. The casualties have already reached a high level. Retreat now. Don't care about violating the poison vow. The battle had reached such a chaotic state that was beyond everyone's expectation. Deserters started to appear from both He and Lu tribe. The Black Banner troops and Grand White troops that had been managing the army were in an intense fight now. How could they have the energy to spare to suppress these deserters? What to do? He Lu Lan asked. This monster gave him an extreme headache. Don't worry, killer moves have astonishing might, but their consumption of primeval essence is also enormous. Moreover, this killer move clearly has a defect. This monster has already lost its reasoning. A powerful being without intelligence is nothing to worry about. Fang Yuan calmly analyzed, his voice shaking everyone's mind. Yes, if nothing unexpected happens, then we have already won this battle, Taibai Yun Shan added. But he had just finished speaking when the unexpected event happened. The 3-head 6-arms monster suddenly separated into 3 people, who then charged into 3 directions. Liu Wenwu and Mo Shi Kuang's charge missed, but Ouyang Bisang's eyes shone as he shouted, Chang Shan Yin, I have finally found you. Die! Their 3-people combination into 3-head 6-arms monster allowed their souls to mix, and their battle strength would raise rapidly. But this state could not be maintained for long. The longer it was used, the more chaotic their memories would become, finally leading them to lose themselves and become a delirious lunatic, or become an idiot. When they killed the Gu Master that had come for reinforcement, their minds shook and barely managed to regain a trace of sanity. Relying on the sanity, they planned in making a comeback. Compared to killing Taibai Yun Shan, killing Chang Shan Yin would no doubt be much more important. The investigative goo of these three were not common goo. By carefully observing the battlefield, they calculated the three places where Fang Yuan was most likely to be hiding. In the end, Ouyang Bisang found Fang Yuan's hiding place. Damn it! If the Wolf King dies, the Wolf Group will crumble apart. Liu Tribe's army will be able to turn around the situation, and it will instead become my army's defeat. Seeing Ouyang Bisang pouncing at Changshan Yin with a sinister smile, He Lu Lan shouted inwardly as he crazily rushed to assist. But he was still late. Die! Ouyang Bisang unexpectedly still had enough primeval essence left to activate Asura transformation again. Wolf King is finished. Sun Shihan was afraid, but also happy. Bad. Changshan Yin is going to die. Taibai Yun Shan and others had pale expressions. Father, Chang Ji Yu shouted in desperation. However, the person in question, Fang Yuan, had a strange smile on his face as he saw Ouyang Bisang's attack. Rank 4 Eagle Raise Goo and Rank 5 Amplify Effect Goo. A pair of eagle wings suddenly grew out of Fang Yuan's back and took him toward the sky with 5 times the speed. Ouyang Bisang was dazed for a second before he hurried chased, shouting, "Don't even think of escaping!" But his speed was not enough, and he could only look on as the gap between them spread apart. "Let me!" Liu Wenwu shouted and turned into a white light that rapidly charged over. But Fang Yuan nimbly turned around and dodged. Mo Shikuang also rushed over at this moment, chasing and intercepting Fang Yuan. Fang Yuan was extremely deft at times. He was like a butterfly passing through the flowers. At times, he was like a lightning. At times, he was like a light wind. And at times, he was like a ghost, playfully circling the three. This is master-level flying skill. Everyone looked at this sight with dumbfounded gazes. Goo masters raise goo, use goo, and refine goo. No matter which aspect, they were all profound and vast. It was clearly the same goo that they were using. But some goo masters could use them brilliantly, elevating it to a level of art. People often called these individuals masters. I had never thought that Wolf King was not only an enslavement path master, but also flying master. Everyone looked for a while and let go of their worries, exclaiming in surprise. "Wolf King, don't run if you dare," Ouyang Bisang shouted. "Changshan Yin, if you have any guts, come exchange 300 moves with me." Mo Shikuang roared in fury. Damn it! Liu Wenwu gnashed his teeth, his heart already sinking to the bottom. Fang Yuan's flying skills left them in the dust. What made them even more vexed was that Fang Yuan was unexpectedly separating his thoughts in controlling the wolf group to slaughter Liu Tribe army while dodging them. Oh, for heaven's sake, if I knew you could fly this skillfully, why would we need to fight to this extent? Looking at Fang Yuan's skillful maneuvers, He Lu Lan felt some resentment in his heart. As for the Liu Tribe three brothers, they were completely speechless.